Okay, I'm gonna do a testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know that you got everything. If everything is clear.
Okay, move up.
Yeah, y'all come on. Yeah, because they need to be able to see. Yeah, y'all come on. Y'all stand around.
Okay.
Stand around.
Okay, praise be.
Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, y'all. Ready? Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Candace Matthews. I am the National Minister of Politics for the New Black Panther Nation, and I'm also a national renowned human civil rights activist, advocate, and author. I'm here today because I was summoned by the community. What I seen in the past week and a half,
Nurse lady, what up?
Was a new era, real live lynching that happened with Karmelo Anthony. Now, I had a lot of people reaching out to me on social media. I had a lot of people tagging me and everything because I cannot be everywhere at one time. I'm all over the United States.
That's right.
But the thing is that when I seen that they had an actual activist and they had a legal team and they didn't have no black people on the jury, that would not have happened on our watch. I don't understand how that was even able to go further than that. That should have went to the First Court of Appeals. Then after the First Court of Appeals, then it go to the Fifth Circuit Court. We would have took it all the way to the Supreme Court. That didn't happen. Another thing that I looked at is that we had people here that were paid to be moles to create chaos.
Hold on. Who talking about she don't play at all? Nurse Lady T. Listen here, man. You ain't gonna like what I got to say about this lady. Every voice don't need to be the voice. I'ma just leave that. Listen, she out there. Man, why she gotta look? What's up with the show though? Before a lot of people get in here, I'ma just say what's up with the show. I don't like it. I don't like the presentation. I don't like 30 bracelets on each wrist, the stupid necklace, the stupid hat. Everything is gaudy over you like a fucking clown. And then she gonna get up there. And this is why I say everybody ain't qualified to speak. I'm not qualified. As much as I feel passionate, you could be as passionate as you want about a situation and feel as it could be as intense to you as whatever. You might not be the one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't the one. We need better representation. She ain't the one who need to be speaking. But I'm playing it because people are interested in it. I promise y'all, this the last day we doing this shit here. All right? We not going into the weekend on this Karmelo shit. We gonna finish this Karmelo shit today. As new developments come out, we will follow it, but we're not Friday. This is the last full Karmelo stream today, guys. I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, right. She do come with a lot of petty. Shout out Miss Duval. Shout out Nurse Lady T. Shout out everybody that's watching. We got started late, but yeah, this one, she ain't the one.
See, we used to dealing with that when we on our activism travels across this United States. That would not have happened.
And then she's going to do something that makes it seem like it's all about her. She's going to come in here and say, yeah, it was all messed up until who? Dr. Matthews. Like she going to get the crowd to say Dr. Matthews or something like it's a spectacle. Like it's about her when it's really about the cause that you're here for. I don't like the bitch. Excuse my language.
On our watch. But again, let's be clear. Everything happens for a reason. But one thing I want to let the community know, just because I wasn't here doesn't mean I wasn't working. We were working behind the scenes because we knew that this was a setup from the beginning.
Yes.
We knew that they was going to find him guilty. We didn't know that it was going to be 35 years though, but we knew that it was going to be something that was going to be egregious.
Yes.
Can we get some better representation, bro? I'm not going to lie. If I was Karmelo Anthony or the family of Karmelo Anthony, I would come out and ask her to leave, bro. I don't need her speaking for me. This ain't a time. We need Malcolm X, not Martin Luther King, bro. We need Malcolm X. We don't need no Southern Baptist preacher. We don't need nobody making a lot of noise and shit. We need somebody with proper presentation, proper accolades, proper diction.
And that's why I want to give a shout out to Charleston White. I want to give a shout out to Brother Cornell X, because all of us got together so we can help this family to be able to get the proper legal team that's needed. And what we do, we're not going to push a legal team on you. We're going to give you the top of the notch, creme de la creme, and you pick who you want to fit for you.
Yes.
Okay? And that is exactly what we're doing right now at this time. Now, we know that.
Look at, see what I'm saying? You supposed to be representing this. Look at all this shit on her arm. Look at this stupid ass necklace. This dumb ass hat is crooked. Big stupid gaudy glasses. What is all this dumb shit on your nails? You know, look at this stupid ass purse. Look at this wrist. I can't take you serious. And you know what would negate all of this? If she spoke with sense. What would negate all of this clown cover up would be if she spoke with sense. She just rambling on, like you said, loud and wrong most times. If I was Karmelo Anthony, I wouldn't want her speaking for me. If I was the family, I would ask her to leave. Like, listen, ma'am, I appreciate your passion for the situation, but we're going to ask you to stop whatever this is, a demonstration or whatever you call this. We're going to ask you to stop it. Right?
They was running everything real quick with this case. Because I thought everything was going to be done today.
Hold on.
I thought it was going to be done today.
Quick, guys.
It was 2 days ago. And guess what?
Guys.
I couldn't be here for that day because guess what? Because as an activist, when you hold people accountable, they set traps for you. Yeah. I had to be in court for a case they were trying to set me up on that got dismissed out. Okay? But guess who here today?
Yep. Dr. Matthews.
Okay? So.
See what I'm saying? Why is it about, guess who here today? Who are you? Who is she? Shout out. Hold on real quick before we get into it. We got to make sure we show some love and appreciation and much gratitude. Let's go. Shout out to Mr. Boots for the 1999 super chat, super step. Let's go. Much love and much appreciation to Mr. Boots, man. Super duper salute. What a way to start the morning, guys. We're going to keep this going. Yeah, she can't speak for me. She can't speak for me. I cannot tell a lie. I don't want her speaking for me. I don't. If I'm Karmelo Anthony, if I'm the father or the mother, whoever this is, if I'm the family of Karmelo Anthony, I would ask this lady to depart, please. You're not helping at all.
When you're dealing with a case of this magnitude, you have to have an experienced activist. You have to have an experienced legal team. And that's exactly what we saw, okay?
What?
And I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. It is what it is. Now we are at this point where I seen a DA. I seen a judge. I seen the Metcalf family. I seen my people.
I've seen enough. We're gonna move on to the next video, y'all. I don't want to play this motherfucker too much. She is getting on my nerves. I'm gonna give her 3 to 5 more minutes, and we're gonna get her up out of here. I promise.
And the whole United States seen what happened here.
I promise.
So now where we are is what the next steps, because
she said now where we are. Hold on. Wait a fucking. Oh yeah, I'm about to skip this bitch.
The Metcalf family. I seen my people. And the whole United States seen what happened here.
Did she say what?
So now where we are is what the next steps. Because see, I'm not going to do no press conference with no rah-rah. I don't have time for that. Now it's about action and plans of action. What I seen was that this young man, I've worked on several cases, criminal cases. I have never seen no inmate that's in a county jail going to TDC the very next day. Normally it takes 30, 60, 90 days before you are able to get on that chain to go to TDC.
I will say this. Her approach, her passion, her approach, her delivery would make better for an Instagram post, a YouTube video, something of that sort. I don't think she needs to take the lead as the representative or the speaker for this detriment or what they feel is injustice for this family. I don't feel like she's the proper person. I'm sorry. Her presentation is this is perfect for an Instagram post, a TikTok reel, something like that. But to go out and be a public speaker, listen, lady, do what I'm doing. Start a YouTube page. Get a YouTube channel. Go out there and use your passion, express your passion and your emotion on your YouTube channel. Right now,
they hurry up and got this baby out of here. Then another thing that we also seen, that's why I'm bringing this information to you. What we also seen was that they already gave him a public defendant for the appeal. So this is why this is very evident and this is important why I had to come here so you don't get no misinformation.
It's important that you had to come. So this is all about you. This is about the case. Once again, this is what I'm saying, guys. You got to watch out for the self-righteous pedestal pushing. In the midst of all of this, she gets the crowd to say her name and then says, so this is the reason why I'm here, so you don't get misinformation, as if people, never mind. I'm going to just continue. Just remember, guys, there are opposing thoughts on all sides. YouTube, run the likes up, please. I know y'all not hitting the likes because I turned the comments off. If you're not subscribed, you can't comment for at least 5 minutes. I know we've been dealing with the hate all week. For a full week, we've been dealing with hatred, racism, warnings, all kind of shit, right? Now that I made it subscribers only, y'all real quiet this morning. It's a very peaceful chat on a Friday. This is crazy. Oh, somebody waited. Somebody waited there 5 minutes just to say that. But yeah, we're going to move on from her. Once again, guys, this isn't an echo chamber. This isn't a bird sanctuary. There's no flock mentality. Feel how you feel. Whatever side of the coin you fall on, cool. Express yourself. But please have some couth, have some class, have some dignity, and do it respectfully. Any of that over-the-top racism will get you timed out or put out, depending on the severity. But yeah. You don't gotta lie. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with the outcome of the case. You could love the outcome of the case. You could hate it. You can express yourself here. Just watch how you do it. Take your shoes off, but don't put them on my table. Other than that, make yourself at home.
So now what's happening is that we have to ensure that there is the right, correct legal team to help in this process because we can't have no more ball dropping, y'all.
I don't want her to talk for me, guys. I'm sorry. Let's move. Judge Joe Brown, a melanated man, right? He probably feels opposing to how some of you guys feel in the chat.
Was on the wrong side of the field. He was under an awning, apparently to shield himself from the rain, but that was another team's bench, and he had no business being there. Even if he was from the same school, he had no business being there. Somebody asked him to leave. He didn't. And then there was a quarrel that developed. He said, in his own words, he became fearful and he pulled a knife and he stabbed the deceased in the chest. All right. Now, Batson versus Kentucky is the case. It's from the early 1980s. I'm very well aware of that case, and I will give you a brief digression, personal experience. At one time, I represented what was the youngest person in the whole world on a death row. The young man was supposed to be executed. On the day he was to be executed, he was 15 years old and 2 months. He was convicted, a young black man, of killing 3 white people when he was in the 7th grade. We got a stay of execution. from the governor of Arkansas and the Arkansas Supreme Court 23 minutes before they were going to execute him. At trial, I was lead counsel, and I am responsible for the brief. And the Arkansas Supreme Court unanimously set aside the death penalty and the conviction. And one of the three bases that they unanimously agreed upon was an all-white jury, and I raised the Batson issue. The brief in this thing was hardbound, printed like a book, and it was 12,482 pages long, and it was a great compendium, a greatly elongated compendium on all aspects of the death penalty, ranging from the youngest person executed in the 20th century in America was a 10-year-old girl in Arkansas. She was arrested for stealing 14 cents worth of merchandise during the Depression from a 5 and dime on Saturday. She was tried on Monday and hung on Wednesday. So it ranged from there to the whole thing about the challenges that I made to the state's exclusion on a preemptory challenge basis of all of the prospective black jurors. The Supreme Court agreed with me that there was no independent reason for the exclusion outside of race attempting to get an all-white jury.
Hi guys, let me share something with you real quick. Here's the thing. Medicare is predatory.
Hey, pretty girl.
Memphis, Arkansas, which is across the bridge from Memphis, Tennessee. Batson says if there's any reason, legitimate reason, not pretextual for the challenge, then other than race, the exclusion would be inappropriate. And depending upon the circumstances, grounds for reversing or setting aside any conviction that followed. Now, that said, this is a high-profile case. It's not an unusual one, quite and honestly, it's one of the more frequent kinds of cases that the system deals with. And there is a big problem I had as a trial lawyer and as a judge, which is certain people said to themselves, and I've talked with them after the fact, long after the fact, and they'll freely concede they didn't want to be bothered. They didn't want to spend all that time down there. They didn't want to be held up to risk and ridicule. So for the 30th Judicial District here in Memphis, I'm responsible for implementing a questionnaire that wound up being adopted universally for this circuit.
Then his secretary comes down and says, I'm so sorry, Mr. Waltrip's not in the building today. What did he do? Run out and hide? Bullshit. He didn't want to face me again. I don't blame him, because I'd have ripped his ass up, tore him apart, spit him out in small chunks. I told Dr. Mims what I'm going to do. When I walk out of here today, I'm going to contact every news reporter I know, every social media influencer, every person who will listen. And I'm going to scorch you and tell them that you denied my son a diploma. Let's talk about 3 weeks earlier. Oh, that's right. You had an elementary teacher who got arrested for taking pictures of little boys. You think Frisco ISD doesn't have egg on his face already? You tripped over this murder case time after time. You can't wipe your face. It's fucking stained. What's the motto? Know every child's name. You're the leaders? I'm supposed to trust you with my kids? I trusted you with my kids, and what'd you do? You didn't have proper security in place. You didn't scan the athletes. How did he get a knife into the track meet?
He about to sue. This a civil suit coming. Y'all hear what he doing?
Because you're negligent. That's why. What'd you do afterwards? Oh, change the rules. Oh shit, we gotta do something. Yeah, it done fucked up. What are you gonna do now? Resign? Retire? Good move, Mike.
Oh man. It's a lot, bro. Let's just get to this interview. Karmelo Anthony's mom and dad break their silence. The first interview after the 35-year sentence. Let's go through this one first. We're not going to play the thing in its entirety, but we are going to play it. Feel free to have your opposing thoughts, but keep your hate to a minimum. You got to at least be witty and creative with your hate. I know you exist. I know you walk amongst us in grocery stores and all that other stuff and won't say these same things in person. But yeah, if you're going to try to do it here online, at least be creative with it. Don't think you're just going to come out blatantly with the hard ER and you're going to get away with it. She looks like Monica a tad bit right here, just in this picture.
You, Drew and Kayla, thank you so much for joining me this morning. How are you guys holding
that nose
up?
I mean, right now we're in a nightmare. Doesn't feel real. We've been up all night praying, waiting for family to come in. We have some family who has made it. We just right now lost words, waiting for him to give us a call as soon as possible.
So you haven't heard from him just yet?
We heard from him yesterday.
Run the likes up, guys. Keep running the likes up. We should be at least 15 right now.
He actually suffered from seizures, so we actually have to bring his medicine to the courthouse. So we're waiting for him to give us instruction to get there.
We know Karmelo from the courtroom, but tell us, who is he? What kind of person is he? What kind of son is he at home?
He is a wonderful son. He's a wonderful student.
3.7 GPA, worked 2 jobs. I'm sorry, baby, for cutting you off. He was actually taking online classes during all of this and still held a great GPA going through this traumatic time. He was a kid. If I didn't say it, he was a captain of his track team, football team. He was working 2 jobs. He actually saved the kid's life. That the mom, he jumped in the pool, and saved the kid's life, which is amazing. I didn't know how great he was until this tragedy.
I want to add some things to that. At home, he loves cooking, whether it's in the kitchen, outside, grilling. He makes the best hibachi. He loves running routes and playing soccer with his younger brother, Kingston. He has a brother named Andrew. He's 12, and Andrew is into doing science experiments, and Karmelo loves helping him with science experiments. Yes. He loves putting Legos together with his girlfriend. He's just a lovable, sincere child.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel like the world, just going through this trial, got an accurate description of who Karmelo really is?
No, we've come to find out, which we were, before all this, we were a family that basically stayed to ourselves. We were very close knitted. My wife's at home. She stays at home. I was working, and we didn't know how cruel the world could be. They have his face plastered all over after while he still was a minor. And it was like, everything was happening. We was getting threats. They doxed us. I was so clueless and so involved in work. I didn't even know what doxing was. They put our address online. And so we had people coming to our home. So we never had to leave in our home. Like they had us in some type of protective thing, whatever, to get us, to keep us safe with our other kids. The world right now.
Geo Rome and Miss Duval, Mike from the Ville, Nurse Lady T. Shout out to y'all. What up? What up?
It sounds unbelievable, the things that he accomplished before this tragic accident. Like it will really mess you up. And as me being a father, I didn't realize, like him saving a life. I just, as a father, I got caught up in, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your expectation. Being a man, hey, that's what we do. We move on. Like him working, hey man, you're supposed to have a job. I was trying to, he was, how it is, they're young. It's like, with your girl too much, man. You need to get a job, get a hobby. So he's working, but I kept him busy too. And this whole situation is the reality of this is that somebody literally walked in his life. No, literally walked into his life. He did everything by the law, and look where we at.
I want to go back to that day, that track meet. Were you guys at the event at that track meet on April 2nd?
No, we were not. I was actually supposed to go to the track meet, but the weather was so bad. I just stayed home. He's like, Mama, don't come. Just stay home. And now, looking back on everything, I wish I was there. I regret not being there for my child.
When did you hear the news that there had been an incident that day?
I received an email saying.
Why did it look like the father was about to smile? He has some people just have a funny face, like a funny, why was he about to?
Incident that day.
I received an email saying that there was an incident, no phone call.
He's probably one of those people that do the nervous laugh. You know, like if they're in a very bad situation and they like they smile and they chuckle. It's a nervous laugh. I think that's what that is.
Know anything.
You know how
my instinct was because Karmelo, he's the type of child to let me know everything that's going on, and it wasn't like him to not call me and tell me what was going on. So when I received the email, we have Life 360. So I went into Life 360. I'm like, wait, they said the buses made it back to the school, but Karmelo location is still stating that he's at the stadium. Like, what's going on?
Hey, Nom, what up? Nurse Lady T, what up? Gio, Mike from the Ville, Miss Duval, everybody. We're just closing this out for the week, guys. We are not covering this weekend. No matter what happens, if we go live this weekend, we're going to do some fun shit. All right.
So I headed to the school, and that's how I found out what happened.
And how I found out, I was actually in a work meeting, and when she first called me, I thought it was because it was right after April Fools. I was like, oh, y'all playing this because he doesn't, this is not him. Yeah. So I was like, oh, you playing? All right, whatever. But she was like, no, he was involved in the stabbing. So when we heard that, I didn't know what happened at the time. And they kept us from everything. Like they kept us. So we running around from place to place. And it was everything was just moving so fast that day. I never forget when it was just like everything. Then once we found out and he went to his bind.
I want to do a quick experiment. Let me see something real quick.
And the next day, somebody doxed us. Making, I don't want to say her name, but a lady started making this. They try to blame it on one person, not making them about race. But you had this lady that went on to talk about white lives and all this other stuff. And now it went boom. The race.
Hold on, we got UFC. I don't know about FIFA tonight, but we got UFC. What is it, Sunday?
This card started about, that's how Jake Lane and all these other guys got involved in this. But at the end of the day, this was a kid situation that a lot of adults made it about their personal, how they really wanted to feel. This is the time they wanted to show on this is how we really feel about y'all. And they used my son, for example.
What did Karmelo tell you happened that day at the track meet?
He was
Sunday, June 14th. Join the Discord, guys. We're having a gathering. You know, everybody could watch the UFC, even if you're watching it alone. You're doing you're out with your fam. Hold on, what's today's date? Nope, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. It falls on Sunday, the 14th. You guys, you can watch the UFC fight at home, but be in the Discord with us, chopping it up, having fun. You can watch it alone, but feel like you're with a whole bunch of people, man. Join the Discord, bro. Join the Discord, bro.
Sitting there seeing his friend, once you get the reports and everything, he was actually his girlfriend's cousin and invited him to the tent. So when they invited him to the tent,
hold on, guys. I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna let the content play. This is not an echo chamber. This is not an echo chamber. This is not a bird sanctuary. This is not a flock mentality. You are well within your right to express your like or dislike, your disdain for the outcome of the case, your appreciation for the outcome of the case, the dynamics of the case. But please do not disrespect anyone's religion, race, or sexuality in the process of doing it. Depending on the severity, you will be reported and blocked from the channel. You may get timed out, but depending on the severity, you may get reported to YouTube for violating terms of service and blocked. And we're going to screenshot it as well. So please be respectful.
his friend, once you get the reports and everything, he was actually his girlfriend's cousin invited him to the tent. Mm-hmm. So when they invited him to the tent, just, hey, what's going on, such and such. It was raining. He sat there. Then as you know it, you had these two guys who approached him. Even seeing the video in court, it was like, I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this. And we got comfortable with the instructions that we was told. We was told not to say nothing. We was told not to do this. So we did everything we did. We followed all instructions and we were told.
This is why people saying it was a setup. This is why they're saying the young man was handed over. This is why people, first of all, educate yourselves. You have to also be proactive when you're dealing with legal issues. I understand the family doesn't come from a background of having to deal with legal issues. They aren't criminals, so this is all new to them. But at some point, I feel like common sense has to kick in. Desperation and the enthusiasm has to kick in at some point for you to become proactive and say, hey, wait a minute. I don't like the way this is going. My son's life hangs in the balance. My son's freedom hangs in the balance. Another young man is deceased and my son's life, that young man is deceased and my son is about to lose his life as well. Is it a sad case on both ends? Yes. But let's look at the evidence contained within and let's see if, do we have to trade a life for a life? Did my son kill him out of malice or was it even intended? Was it out of fear? You know, it was just too much sitting back and letting it happen for me. The family was too passive, in my opinion, for this to be, this could have been a death penalty case, you know?
Hey, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Hey, don't talk to this person, don't talk to this person. It was all this. And look what happened to my son.
It sounds like you wish you had talked more, that you had said more, that you had got your story out more.
I call myself trying, sometimes you could do the right thing, but it could be the wrong thing.
Did Karmelo want to?
And he tried to do the right thing by listening to what the legal team was telling him, whoever was advising them. You got to go with your gut sometimes, though. You have to go with your instinct sometimes.
Get his story out more to the public as well?
He was trying to listen. He was trying to listen to what he was being advised. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, don't make it about race. Don't do this. Don't do this. So we like, all right, we go again. We played the game they wanted. We did everything a law-abiding citizen posted. They told us don't do this. We did everything we supposed to.
Sounds like a handoff. We played the game they wanted. It sounds like a handoff. You were supposed to be more proactive. You even let them choose the lawyer, it sounds like.
And he wanted people, of course he wanted somebody. They got pictures of him being 17 with a dress on, saying he'll be raped in jail. Like all kinds of these adults are talking about this child, but nobody's seeing it. Like nobody's seeing it. So we can't say anything. The other family, they go paint this lie that nobody still have exposed, that he died in his brother's arms. And it was all
that's not true, because that is the narrative. Yeah.
No, you never heard it no more. That was a lie. You heard about a bag. You never heard about a bag since trial. That's what I was telling people. a lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever. It's just now, it's like harder now. I got to fight to get the truth out. He basically had to get the book thrown at him, 35 years. And
why didn't you start saying something earlier? I'm not going to allow that much time and the outcome of the case to be what it is before I start speaking up on behalf of my child. If I feel strongly that the council isn't advising us correctly or they aren't doing a good enough job. And
this county that basically, I honestly feel as though that they manipulate us with a smile. They act as if they cared, but they really didn't. When the jury selection, we seen all the people with the jury selection. I was like, baby, this is not right. But my wife is the type of person. I'm not gonna just say us. We're both the type. We try to be positive. Hey, we're not gonna look at it. That's not what it is. That's not us. But that's what it was.
So even when you noticed there were no Black jurors, it gave you pause. It made you want to say something, but you were still going along with the process.
Yeah, I was going along with the process because there's a lot of times when I hope this don't be controversial, but that's the first thing they do is they try to say we're emotional. We don't follow instructions, right? So we did everything that we was advised and told to do, and look what happened.
So who was they? You said that they told you. Who was they? Was it your defense attorney?
Yeah. So we were, because by him being 18, so what they did was they kind of played everybody against everybody, if you could say. I'm not going to say they played us against each other, but it's almost they had him scared, like, hey, this, I'm a lawyer, this. So as me being a father, all right, you're the guy, I'm okay with playing my position. And I don't want to overstep any boundaries. Everybody kept saying, hey, to beat this. I even went to some Black attorneys. They're like, oh, you need a white attorney to go out there to fight out there. Remember they were telling us that? They kept telling us that. So everybody like, why y'all didn't? Everybody was telling us, okay. So then when we get it, they basically tossed them over. A lot of objections wasn't done. It's a lot that wasn't done.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting. We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
Carmelo Anthony verdict is really striking a chord with the country. You said that he should be getting the death penalty and nothing less. He's gotten 35 years in prison. Do you think that suffices, or do you still think it should be a stronger punishment like the death penalty?
Well, I generally say what I mean, and if I didn't think he should get the death penalty, I wouldn't have said it. I mean, what he did to that kid was horrible, and I think it's important to tell our country that we're not going to allow that kind of behavior. Well, to react that way just shows a fundamental societal problem, and we have to tell people you do that. I also think part of the reason to send a message that strong is because of all the people who didn't think he should be punished at all.
Well, I think people would push back on that, saying, one, he was convicted by an all-white jury and he was a Black teenager. Two, he was 17 years old, tried as an adult. And this seemed like, again, of course, he ended up killing Metcalf, but it escalated after the two were jarring at each other. One thing led to another. I mean, it could have been looked at as manslaughter.
I think the evidence was pretty overwhelming. I mean, the kid told him to leave and then he killed him. I mean, it's a terrible thing, and I think he should get the death penalty. I think we need to send a message about behaviors that we'll put up with and behaviors that we won't.
So do you think race played a factor in this trial? Like, for example, if the roles were reversed here, if Karmelo were white and Metcalf were Black, do you think that it would have been
the same penalty would be appropriate?
You think there would have been the same penalty would be appropriate?
Yeah.
Do you think there would have been the same outcome?
I presume so. I mean, I haven't watched the trial. I wasn't in the jury box, but I certainly hope it would.
I just asked.
I don't care about the race of the people. I care about what happened.
Got it. I just bring that up because a lot of people are saying that race was central to the trial.
I didn't watch 1 minute of the trial, so I can't comment on that. Okay. But I think that he killed the guy and he should be held accountable for doing it.
And accountable means he should be killed.
Sure. I believe in the death penalty. So, I think that what he did is meriting of it, and not only as appropriate punishment, but to send a message to people to not behave that way. I don't care if you're white, Black, Asian, or Hispanic.
If Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. Whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up. Yeah. Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name. Was chased down in South Carolina. Chased. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back. Guy that shot him was white.
Chinese.
Belton was black. That jury said self-defense because he was white.
Chinese.
The only reason Karmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Karmelo Anthony was black. Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense. We are that fucking broken.
All right, I hope everyone's ready to be humbled. An elementary student from Seminole County celebrated the last day of school in a big way. This is 7-year-old Anaya Brown. She's one of the smartest kids in America.
Well, Shoes Christina Watkins talked with her and her family about getting accepted into the world's biggest high IQ society.
Ever since Anaya Brown was just a little baby, her parents said they knew she carried a very special light. Now, at 7 years young, she's a shining star, excelling in and out of the classroom beyond her parents' wildest dreams.
This little person, you have like dreams and like thoughts for who they're going to be, and like to see them turn out so good is really just this huge blessing.
The Seminole County student from Wilson Elementary School in Sanford was recently accepted into Mensa, placing her into the world's largest high IQ society. In other words, she's pretty brilliant.
They told me I was going to do it. I was kind of scared. I was like, what if I don't do good? And then I ended up doing amazing.
We got the results, and at first we were like, is this a good thing or like what's going on? And then come to find out she had scored very highly on the test, testing higher than 99.9% of students in the country at her age group.
Mensa is only open to those who score in the top 2% of a standardized intelligence test. Once accepted, it offers resources, networking, and free educational tools for gifted learners. Anaya's first grade teacher is so proud.
She's got 2 great parents that are going to help guide her, lots of support, lots of people that love her. So I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of her life, and I wish her the best.
No, that's right. Hold on.
Noon 5, a senior at Fremont High School in Oakland is being celebrated for some outstanding achievements, including being accepted into more than 30 colleges and graduating with a 4.3 GPA. Now his hard work is paying off as he chooses his dream school. KTV's Crystal Bailey joining us live in Oakland with his story. Crystal, this is incredible.
It really is. Dominic Antoine Jr. worked really hard at school. He balanced AP classes, dual enrollment college courses, and he was a star on the varsity basketball team. It all culminated today into an announcement of him becoming the valedictorian this year.
And you need to be prepared because you're our valedictorian.
Cheers from loved ones as Dominic Antoine Jr., affectionately called Puda, learns he's Fremont High School's valedictorian this year. The village of friends, family, teachers, and coaches proud of the East Bay teen, graduating with a 4.3 GPA.
4.3 GPA, and let's just be honest about the pressure that's on students these days and what it really takes to accomplish that. He did it.
Antoine was accepted into all 31 colleges he applied to.
Just continuously seeing all the acceptances, I'm like, God, like, it felt really good.
Despite getting full rides to multiple UCs and acceptance from schools like Clemson and Syracuse, his choice was clear.
Congratulations on your admission to Louisiana State University.
So even though he's leaving Fremont, he'll stay a Tiger with an $80,000 academic scholarship to LSU.
I've always wanted to go there. I had this idea of Louisiana just being perfect for me,
The high performer, also on the varsity basketball team, was voted first team all-league. His coaches, some of his strongest supporters.
I pray for him every day because I know he's a leader, and I know God got his hand on him.
Okay, let's write this down. Homeostasis.
Studying at every travel tournament and committing to being a mentor to his 4 younger siblings and peers.
Come on, man. Applied to 31 colleges, got accepted to 31 colleges.
A Los Angeles teen who once faced homelessness has been accepted to dozens of universities and is now heading to an Ivy League. CBS LA's Luz Delia Caballero shares where Lamont Newell will be going this fall and the journey he took to get here.
College acceptance season can bring stress, excitement, and maybe even a little disbelief. But for Lamont Newell,
Dartmouth, Rice, Howard, UCLA,
it brought 65 yeses.
feel very excited.
At just 17 years old, the Los Angeles senior is graduating as valedictorian of Verbum Dei Jesuit High School with a 4.4 GPA and a full ride to
That's always my dreams as a kid, to get into Ivy League.
But behind the long list of accomplishments,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought somebody said something about a low IQ. My bad, guys. We got sidetracked. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, it's hard for us right now, and I've had my moments. And we want our children to do better, right? We look at our YNs. This wasn't YN. So what we gonna do about this not YN? We can make more YNs. Now you got kids, like I just told you, everything that we're telling you right now is verified. 2 jobs with the HEB Foot Locker. That's who came to the buy him. His GPA, he still graduated through all this. He still graduated high school. He still graduated. The lady the kid he saved, this stuff really happened. He was never in trouble, and no, he was never suspended for no knife. But they had, actually what I learned was they had a smear campaign that they did. I wasn't familiar with that, and a lot of people that we were reaching out with, I understand business. A lot of people, they got a lot of things going on. So we was reaching out, I was emailing, but everybody want to go through, it's kind of a circle thing, which I understand. But I realized through this, black entertainment is going to have to be, a black network is going to have to be done, because I'm looking for people who would never understand.
Yeah.
No matter how much you do, no matter how much you do, they would never see it.
You're saying that as you were watching the trial, as you were in there, you didn't want to question the process. You wanted to let it play out. But was there at any point that you felt the outcome was heading in this direction?
No. Everybody lied. Look at the report. Everybody, it's called what? It's perjury. Everybody did. Basically just did it with no, and they never was called out on it. I mean, literally they told within an hour of when it happened, it was 2 to 3 people. When they got to the trial, it was, I'm like, wait, what? And don't get me wrong, the defense said, hey, didn't you say this here? Everybody. One girl made up a lie, said it was over a race. That my son just walked up. This is how crazy this is.
Yeah.
One girl sat on the stand and said, he just walked up to him and said, what, you want to race? It didn't even make sense. Then they asked her, did you lie? She was like, on the stand. Nothing happened.
Why didn't the defense call more witnesses?
That's not my department, and I apologize for that. I don't have
as you look at it, and I'm not an attorney, but I'm hearing you, and you're telling me all these wonderful things about him, and I'm just wondering, did the jury get to hear, all of these wonderful things about Karmelo?
No, they didn't. When the one kid who was the corporate of all this, meaning the kid who invited him to the tent, he lied on the stand and said he didn't even know him. And they had pictures with his grandmother. Like, here's your grandmother, my son, your grandmother. Their whole family got multiple time, play basketball together, all kind of different things.
I mean, all of the witnesses' statements and stories were inconsistent. So we thinking that the jury is going to notice that. But they already had their mind made up when they sat in that courtroom. Their mind was made up already.
How big of
You got to be more proactive.
Your name and how you spell it.
My name is John Roach.
I would have said something to the defense attorney. This is the judge. Judge John Roach discusses track meet stabbing trial.
JOHNROACH.
Now, I know the answers to that. I know the answer to that question, but I got to ask it for the record.
100%.
You've been on the bench for some time.
Yep, I've been on the bench for about 20 years.
20 years, and this is the end.
In the 6 months, it'll be in the end.
Did you want to take on this trial?
I wanted the Collin County Judiciary to take on this trial. It was important to me to have somebody from Collin County preside over this Collin County case. So I didn't ask for it. No one. That's not how it works anyway. Yeah. I didn't ask for it, but I was certainly willing to do it because that was my duty.
In your conversations with, I guess it's an administrative judge who goes, I know they go down the list and they say, all right, it's your turn, and it's your turn. As they go through all the conflicts of judges that may, potential conflicts, when they come and say, John, this may be yours, your first reaction is?
I'll take it. Every time. I think it's my job. It's my duty. That's what I was elected to do. Yeah. That's the oath that I took, and I'm going to do my job.
No consultation with your family? Or
None.
No.
Nope.
And where does that come from?
I don't know. I think it's just duty. I think duty, whether that's duty in the Marine Corps or just duty to my family and stuff, I take duty really seriously. And I took this job to perform that duty. And if that's what I had to do, that's what I have to do.
Did you fully, at the time, grasp the enormity of that decision and the outside stuff?
I don't know. I think in some ways I did. I think in other ways I didn't. I certainly knew it was very, very important case within our community. I didn't think I realized the enormity of the social media and the media during the trial.
How long have you been prepping for this trial?
I've been prepping for this trial with the departments, with the Collin County system, with the sheriff's office and everybody for about 8 months.
Is that the longest you've ever had to prep?
100%.
Why?
Logistics. One of the critical pieces of this case where we had minors who were testifying. Prior to me getting the case, we had some of those witnesses doxxed and swatted and revealed on social media. I didn't want that to add to the already traumatic event they've been through, and I didn't want them to change their testimony or be uncooperative with people trying to call them as witness out of fear. And so my number one duty at that point in time getting the case was to how do we protect those minors who are critical to this case to come and testify.
I'm sure you've already read and know that one of your fellow judges has already been doxxed and swatted and all the things.
I did know that.
And still no reluctance from wanting to take it on?
None.
Yeah. The decision to not have cameras or any kind of streaming, was that an easy one?
Yes, it was an easy decision, and I'll tell you why. My primary goal in any case is to make sure that the defendant and the prosecution gets a fair trial, period. I have seen from other cases around the country where cameras in the courtroom changed the way that the judge acted, the lawyers acted, some of the witnesses acted, and we were not going to have that here. We were going to really isolate the purpose for which we were here for, which is to have that fair trial, and cameras in the courtroom did not enter into that equation at all.
How much grief did you get from people around you about that decision?
I don't know. I don't listen to it. I just flat don't listen to what's going on the outside. I do what I think is right, no matter what decision that is. And I sleep well at night knowing if I follow the law, then everything works out like it's supposed to. And so these outside influences, all the noise from the outside, I really isolated myself from that in this case and in all cases, and just do my job, do the best I can, following the law.
How do you think we're talking with the attorneys, other attorneys outside of this. How do you think they describe you?
Strict, no nonsense, fair, and that to me is the most important part. I know for a fact when I make a decision here, people are unhappy. What I hope is when they walk out the door that they think they got a fair trial, or a fair hearing, or fair something. And if they do that, no matter what they think about me personally, then I've succeeded.
And you're okay with any of those characterizations?
I think they're fair.
Yeah. I hate to have to ask about stuff that emerges on social media, but I have to ask it. And I know you don't know of any of it because you're not on social media.
I'm on it. I mean, I'm an elected official, so I have a Facebook page and stuff. Do I look at it? Do I monitor it? Do I let it impact me? None. Not at all.
So I have to ask, do you have a personal relationship with the Metcalf'S?
I wouldn't know Mr. Metcalf prior to this trial if he walked up to me and said hello. I don't know the Metcalf'S. I sympathize with the Metcalf'S and what they've been through and all, but I don't know them personally. Never have.
So I have to ask, do you have a personal relationship with the Metcalf'S?
I wouldn't know Mr. Metcalf prior to this trial if he walked up to me and said hello. I don't know the Metcalf'S. I sympathize with the Metcalf'S and what they've been through and all, but I don't know them personally. Never have.
I hear there's a picture going around. I still haven't seen it myself, so I can't confirm. But I hear there's a picture going around that's saying, excuse me. Some people are saying it's fake. Others have said that you can go directly to Metcalf's Facebook and see it there. I don't know.
So these AI images emerging of you and them at a party or drinking together, all
Never
of that.
happened. And that's the problem with social media, isn't it? You can't tell what's true and what's not true. I will tell you, I got some reports of some things that were coming out of this courtroom, and I wondered to myself, were they even in the same courtroom that I was? It's that bad, and I think that's tragic, because I think really if you just listen to the case based upon the facts, you'd understand it so much better.
Do you think it reinforced your decision to not have cameras or streaming inside this?
Sort of. I will tell you this, sometimes I think maybe I should have at least the audio streamed or something so people could hear it. But at the end of the day, I don't think, no matter what, people are going to distort whatever happens or whatever they hear into their own agenda. And so what's the point? And again, that noise affects people, affects the fairness of the trial, the safety of the witnesses, the safety of the jury. And those are my primary concerns, not what social media says. And it's not my duty. I don't think it's my job to feed social media or the media stuff. I certainly understand the role that media plays in a case like this, but I'm not here to feed it. And I took that very, very seriously.
But Judge, when people don't have access to the trial or the courtroom, doesn't it invite speculation?
Well, sort of, but I got 70 seats in my courtroom, and I had 200 requests by the media to sit in the courtroom. So let's say if I just entertain the press, then I have nobody from the public watching what's going on in their county. And so I had to do a balance between the media's right to know and to be able to report what's going on, because I think that's extraordinarily important. I think it's important that the general public had access to the courtroom and to see what was going on. And so I tried to balance all those things with the primary, again, purpose of having a fair trial. And I think I struck that balance pretty well.
But the media's right to know is the public's right to know. Is the public's access. We are the extension of that public.
I think somebody from the public who wanted to come watch a trial and know that they were excluded from a trial because all the media was there, I beg to differ.
Do you think there was a possibility for a learning experience? I mean, people do not know about how trial works. Do you think that this may have been an opportunity for people to know how it truly works, and that kind of erases some of the negative notions of court and trial?
I'm doing this
justice.
interview with you to make sure that people understand how the system works, and if they really wanted to, and I mean this seriously, if they wanted to, they could have stood in line with everybody else and had the 27 to 32 public seats that we had in this courtroom that we rotated every day. And so, is that important to them? They could have made it in here.
How did you plan for some of the outside noise?
Well, we certainly planned with the Sheriff's Office and the McKinney Police Department and the Allen Police Department and the Frisco Police Department. So those were talks that we were having 8 months before the trial to ensure the safety of the people out in the parking lots. They certainly had a right to demonstrate and all, and I think we struck a very, very good balance that allowed them to do that, at the same time maintaining safety of everybody involved.
April, good-looking kid that we lost, and his father, Jeff Metcalf, joins us now. And sir, thanks for coming on. We do appreciate it. I know what this must be like for you. I want to just start by asking you, after the sentencing and after everything you've seen, are you satisfied with how this has resulted?
No.
35 not enough?
It's never about the number.
Yeah.
The whole thing, satisfaction would be for me to watch Austin walk through my door and hug me. So I don't wish harm on anyone. I actually feel sorry for Karmelo Anthony, because I know I can't imagine. I've never been to prison, so but I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But unfortunately, we live in a society where your actions have consequences. And you know, as a Christian person, people question me about my forgiveness so quickly. I had to explain that to everyone. The forgiveness was for me.
For you.
So I wouldn't carry the rage and the hate. It doesn't excuse his actions. It's not that, it's okay. It's not okay. But it's unfortunate you chose the decision to take my son's life. But you do have to answer for that.
What do you think this young man whose parents are so forcefully defending him, saying that he was simply defending himself, which is outrageous when you look at the actual testimony in the case. What do you think he was trying to do that day?
Well, this is the big question I have. If you're claiming self-defense, if I was being accused of something and I was claiming self-defense, I would want to get on the stand and tell my story. I would want to explain exactly what was in my mind, what I was thinking, and why I reacted in the way I did. He chose not to. That says a lot. Maybe it was on the advice of attorneys. I don't know, but we'll never know the answer because he was never asked the question of why. Now, I'm not going to throw his parents under the bus. Their character can speak for themselves. They can conduct themselves and however they choose to. I understand it's their son, but you need to teach your son about accountability.
Yeah.
And they're deflecting.
Yeah.
Take accountability. First of all, you've never said, the boy never, ever showed remorse. Never apologized. The Anthony family decided to kick me out of a press conference instead of, I was there to show the world we could come together. This is not a race issue.
No.
But what they do, they chose that path. I didn't choose it.
You guys are getting,
and that's the problem.
Yeah. You're getting threatened by supporters of the killer. I mean, what the hell is that? And what's your response to it?
Look, you're all responsible for two things in your whole life. You only control two things. That's it. It's your attitude and your actions. Outside of this little circle, nothing. You control nothing. It's all noise. So if someone chooses to be that way, that's a reflection of their character. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah. When I go to heaven, I feel that my faith and the way I have conducted myself, to the best of my ability, I'm not perfect. No, I'm human. I have anger, rage, emotions. And at the end of the day, I feel like I will get into heaven and sit beside Austin, and then I will have understanding. But for people to lower themselves and show the moral decay of society, to take a dead child and make memes and derogatory terms just because you're trying to defend someone who murdered him, I don't understand the concept. Or what are you teaching our future children? Because I'm only going to be here probably maybe 20, 30 more years. Yeah. But I'm more concerned about the future of our children. Those are our leaders. Those are the people that they're going to carry on after I'm gone. What does that future look like? What are we teaching them?
Yeah. I can't fathom.
Not surprised. Oh my goodness. So I've said this all throughout the Karmelo Anthony trial, and that was the only person to blame for Austin Metcalf no longer being here was Jeff Metcalf. That's correct. Austin's father.
He's out of line, but he's right.
That if his father had taught him about minding your business, that if his father had taught him about, hey, keep your hands to yourself, that if his father had taught him about, hey, how about you engage in some high impulse control instead of low impulse control behavior? If his father had just taught him those things, right, that every grown man should, as far as been taught when they were young, if his father had taught him that, Austin Metcalf would still be alive today, all right? But sadly, for his father, not for me, the bully is gone. Damn. And I said this, and people got upset. They were gravel. And sure enough, we come to find out that not only Lucas is right, but that Austin Metcalf never stood a chance. That is correct. Unfortunately, Austin Metcalf was destined, for the afterlife. It is what it is. It was either he was going to do it young or he was going to be, an adult. And that happened. Because anyone who has that low impulse control, anyone who can't mind their own business, and sure enough, any grown man in the state of Texas who wants to put hands on another person because of words, more than likely, you're a dunzo. It's game over. Night, you're going to go bye-bye. So I don't know what to tell you. I guess maybe, his father would have hoped that it had been later than sooner. But once again, that's his fault. Damn. And the reason why I say this is because his father, Jeff Metcalf, did a little live stream, I guess, on TikTok. And, he's saying everything that everyone expected him to say about him being a racist white ignorant. He's calling Charleston White. He's calling him an N-word, a hard R.
Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead. Even though you got money, You're the only smart person around. Woo-hoo. He's talking about how Carmelo Anthony is, I got a new name for him, watermelon felon. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? They have no originality, none whatsoever. We still using watermelon jokes in 2026? Okay, I understand. But
I share them same sentiments. Lucas, damn, I say that all the time. Y'all still coming with the same run-of-the-mill cookie cutter jokes? I've never heard somebody else say, damn, that's all y'all got? Shout out to Lucas, bro.
I know you built the pyramids. But anyways, y'all were Vikings. I get it. I know the story. I know the history. He's saying all of this heinous stuff, right? Men want to say, hey, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, okay, but I'm human just like you.
Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
I find it so hilarious, so hysterical that for whatever reason, every single time on Twitter, whenever you look at the most heinous and vile and most racist tweets, you go in their bio and it's always Christian. It's always a cross in the bio. It's always like a scripture, a quote from the scripture. And it's like, y'all are in for a big rude awakening, okay? Because once you get there and he says, get away from me, I never knew you. Oh, I wish I could be there, bro. I hope they have cameras so I can be and put it up on my wall, because I can't wait. I can't wait to see all these demons who are masquerading as Christians, masquerading as, oh yes, I'm a Christian, I love God. I can't wait to see them when they get ejected straight to Charlie Kirk's house, okay? All right, because I think Charlie Kirk has taken over hell, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he is that influential and that demonically possessed charisma that Satan gave him, that Satan was like, you got it. You can take it over, bro. I needed a break anyway. I needed a vacation. Damn. But he's, of course, saying, the whole black fatigue and that, we got problems, but y'all really got problems and everything.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race.
Ironic. So, are we shocked, bruh? Are we shocked? Everything we heard about the Metcalf, brothers being bullies, getting in trouble, getting into fights. Are we shocked that the apple falls far from the tree? He's talking about, you do to me, I'm gonna do, double to you.
Because I give what you get. Or what you give to me, I'll give you back. So, am I racist? Yeah, I'm racist against assholes.
What the hell did you just say? He doesn't even know the quote, right? He doesn't even know the quote. He is pure, unadulterated, white ignorant, bruh. This is what we're looking at. Let me get this straight. Your son is gone. The first thing that comes to your head is to say N-word and to attack black people. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. I would think you'd be grieving. I would think that, I don't know, maybe you'd be...
Right, wouldn't...
seeing if you can adopt another, a white son, maybe, so you can maybe get a redo.
Hold on, let me say this. Everything we are watching is being used under the Fair Use Act for education, entertainment, research, satirical, and commentary purposes only. The views and thoughts expressed in these videos do not necessarily represent the views and thoughts of the Rumonati Network, its annoying host, or its amazing but aggravating chat. Let's go.
Hey, I screwed up Austin, but my new white baby, I'm gonna raise him right. Hell, I would think that maybe you would talk to Hunter and try to raise him properly. Hey, Hunter, don't put hands on people, okay? Hunter, hey, I want you to engage in impulse control. Hey, Hunter, mind your business. That's what I would think, but no, this white ignorant, this man is going off on a racist tirade. I don't know who that helps. That doesn't help your son, doesn't help your wife. It didn't help Austin. Damn! This is why I say black people, especially black men, do not mirror this. Do not produce this type of behavior. Don't imitate them, because their path is death and destruction, as the scripture says. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. Their path is hell. Their path, even if you don't believe in it in hell, their path is a dead end. Do not imitate this whatsoever.
But you're gonna blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do.
Pathetic. Because you can see what it's doing for them. They're in disarray right now. They're in shambles. So I find it kind of humorous, to be honest with you. I got a good hearty laugh out of seeing this white ignorant expose himself for being a white ignorant. I said it from the jump. I was like, listen, if you think that some kid who's at a track meet, who's now engaged in hostile behavior, talking about, why are you here? Get out of here, bro. If you're nobody, then you should leave. No one acts like that except bullies, all right? And that behavior is learned behavior. Who did he learn it from? Now we see. Now we see. Now I say you understand the lineage of evil, because evil begets evil, that begets evil, that begets evil, and here we are. But as I've told you before, these people don't care about their own. You see, his father didn't even care about him, bruh. Not at all.
He'd rather get on there and disrespect other people than talk about the love and missing his son.
He is more focused on black people than the own death of his son. I want you to think about that.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. I got a new name. Go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? Let me name for Mello, okay? Because he was such a the race card, black.
Hey man, it's this guy. This guy. Let's play more.
I can tell you're a good dad. I can tell you raised good boys. I'm so sorry for what happened, and I that doesn't even begin to cover it. But I appreciate you coming on and telling us your side of the story, because it's just such a terrible story. And I see that picture of your boy, and you just look like such a good kid. Lost way too soon.
I'm proud of both my boys.
Yeah,
and I still have two sons.
Yeah,
just one's upstairs and one's here. It's okay. They, I can't speak to the bond of a twin because I'm not a twin, but I witnessed it and I saw it. And my boys were, the lies that were spread under a gag order where I can't defend my dead son. The mental health issues that it caused me, the strain, the stress, physically, spiritually, mentally, it's been exhausting. And I'm just glad that at least the trial part now is over. It's done. Because I woke up every day with this dread and anxiety for 12, 14 months.
Yeah.
And today I woke up, I still miss my son. He's still not coming home. But at least I don't have to sit there and relive it in the courtroom. It was just to have the body cam footage and the video and the audio, and to hear my other son screaming, God, please, he's my best friend. He's my twin. God, help him. Someone help him.
Yeah.
No parent should ever have to feel this.
No.
And I don't care what color you are. I don't see color. God doesn't see color. Black fatigue, it's real. The race card, black fatigue, it's real.
Yeah.
No parent should ever have to feel this.
No.
And I don't care what color you are. I don't see color. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
Oh, okay.
God doesn't see color. Justice doesn't see color. Hate doesn't see color. Love doesn't see color. I just tell the world, if the world needs more kind people in it. And if you can't find one, be one.
Jeff, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight. God bless you and your family.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The defendant was on the wrong side of the field. He was under an awning, apparently to shield himself from the rain, but that was another team's bench, and he had no business being there. Even if he was from the same school, he had no business being there. Somebody asked him to leave. He didn't. And then there was a quarrel that developed. He said, in his own words, he became fearful and he pulled a knife and he stabbed the deceased in the chest. All right. Now, Batson versus Kentucky is the case. It's from the early 1980s. I'm very well aware of that case, and I will give you a brief digression, personally told on a death row.
If Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Well, I hope it's better. I really do. Whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as...
See, that's where you get blocked. You was cool till you got racist. You can have opposing points, but you just got racist. No anonymous, he's getting blocked. Make sure you screenshot that first. Make sure you screenshot that comment. You don't have to, this isn't, I'm going to say it again. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But the personal digs, the taking digs at other people's race, there will be no racism. There will be no disrespect for race. There will be no disrespect for religion. There will be no disrespect for somebody's sexual orientation. You're welcome to your opposing thoughts. But when you start saying, oh, the Kool-Aid boy and all of that, you're doing too much, sir. You have to be removed. You can like the outcome of the case. You can even say, I wish for more years. I understand that. I understand the internet. I understand trolling. I understand everybody's not going to have the same sentiments. I understand that. But when you start taking personal digs and being blatantly racist, that's when you get removed. You don't have to do that to get your point across. You can say exactly where you stand. You can say what your stance is on this and other topics without implementing your racist, hatred, bigot.
If Karmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted, there'd have never been charges.
What role do you guys believe that race played into how this case was publicly viewed and how this outcome, this sentence was handed down?
It played a big part. Race, politics, all that. I'm like, man, the kid don't even vote. How he got into the right? There was a lady talking about the left side and the right side. Like, what? These are kids. They put I feel like you had a certain group that of course, they go blame us, that strategically made this about this because they knew they could do that smear campaign. Like they said, we went and bought a new car and house.
Yeah.
I hide my face because it's not safe to spread love and understanding and give everybody equal opportunity. It's not safe. If I was a vessel for hatred, you'll probably love that. But the fact that I don't hate you, even though that you may hate the fact that my skin is the color it is or hate the fact that I exist, this is not to you personally. I'm just saying. Look at what's been going on, especially if you've been here the past week. You'll see the hatred that has been coming out of the people's hearts in this chat. But way before this, I had the mask on. I got in a gopher accident, bro. It was two gophers having sex at a gopher reserve, and I was trying to break them apart, and I got in the middle. They scratched my face up. It's all fucked up now. I haven't come to terms with my injuries. That's why.
And it hurt with me without my people. My people really believed instead of them going and doing it.
So it's not like I'm hiding my face from the world. I'm hiding the world from my face.
Proper research. They had people really bashing us. I'm like, y'all really believe that? Who could buy a house in 4 days? Buy a house in 4 days. I know we may sometimes.
The crazy thing is, I can tell you just came in here by saying being scared if you're gonna talk shit. What shit did I talk? I'm trying to get y'all to be to talk less shit and have more understanding for each other. Move with understanding, move with consideration, and then express yourself with dignity, with class. That's what I push. But no, y'all like to hate. Y'all want the uproar. Y'all, you guys act like y'all so ready to take each other's lives and deal with the consequences. I'm not. I don't want y'all to be. What the fuck?
We may not make the right decisions, but come on now, like that didn't even make sense. They said we was going on extravagant trips. There's a lot of things that they did to us that just,
There was a lot of misinformation that was going around, especially, in the beginning. And, I know your family had to move a couple times because you were doxxed. And, I can't.
Cat Daddy Man, that's funny. This character hasn't been unlocked yet, LOL. That is hilarious.
Even imagine how Karmelo going through.
I'm using that excuse next time someone asks, why the mask? The character hasn't been unlocked yet. That's a good one, man. I like that. Shout out to you.
Through that, trying to finish school, fighting, for his freedom.
Let me show some love. You know what? Let me show some love to the chat. I was trying to wait till we get to 40 likes. But let's go. Let's start off. Number 1, we got Mr. Boots. Number 2, we got Nurse Lady T. Number 3, we have Miss Duval. Number 4, we have Anonymous 1. Number 5, we got Zakeen Nasir Bey. Number 6, we got Rhonda Thomas. Number 7, we have Immortal Coil. Number 8, we have T. Mallory. Number 9, we have Sobek. And number 10, we have Cuzza Dupa. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate y'all. The top 10 right now. Let's go. And let me shout out the names that I see. Whether they think I'm a watermelon felon or not. Let me just shout out the names only because I see them and show some love, guys, right? Just Shane B, Miss Duval, Anonymous 1, Mike from the Ville, Nurse Lady T, Geo Roman, first and last, Charlie Brown, Immortal Coil, Cat Daddy Main, Adam Bailey, Chris B, Decrepit Towel, Marky, does that say? Oh, Anonymous Keys, that's another one, okay. Charlie Brown, K Rand, Living Life One Hoe at a Time. Wow. And Living Life. Let me who else we got? Dirty Product. Gracias, Chris. Adam Kondracki. Al Gilbert. Sound like a wrestler. Al Gilbert. Juice, Soul Sister Jackie Brown, Living Life. Uh-oh, where we at, guys? Okay, I think we're all caught up. All right, let's go. Woo, shit.
And you guys have other children, so much on you as parents. How's your other children handling this?
Now we had to end up taking them out of school because they had TikTok videos with my son with semen coming out of his mouth because it was him saying go get raped in jail, and it's just like that's my daughter, my princess. She had to go through that. The other boys, we was in a pretty blessed community. That's why I hope a lot of people get this message. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at. Like, 'cause, like, we was supposed to be in the safest place, but it's like they're telling us that you could be assaulted, but you better not fight back. That's what this is what this case is saying.
How's your wife, Lisa? You can run. You can never hide.
Is that a threat?
Coward. Who folds like a cheap tent under pressure from a piss poor activist nobody who does infomercials about his company. Let me be clear that you're a fucking idiot, Dominique. Let me be clear.
Adrian Vaughn, relax. You know how much less talk I've been doing all day as in comparison to how I usually stream? Adrian Vaughn, relax now, relax. Relax, player. Hold on. Yeah, they did. They referred to Karmelo as a watermelon felon. Unfortunately.
You couldn't put two sentences together without Chat GPT. Tiffany Billions. I don't know what kind of glamour shot you steal from other people and put up on your profile, but it don't match to your fucking goddamn water buffalo looking ass when I saw you at the courthouse. Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead. Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo. Drew, you're just an idiot. If y'all want to talk to me, you know where I am. You never once apologized. You never once said you were sorry. You lied.
No, I know old Grouch guy, old Grouchy. Why is it Grouchy with a K in between? But yeah, I know that. I know you were just answering. You could have got some people may get pleasure out of saying that answer, but anyway, I know. No, you good though, bro. Slim Jones says the bigotry is sickening and unfortunate, man. Anonymous says, Slim, people have no respect for fellow man or woman, and it shows their character. Facts. Gio Roman says, what a racist. True color is showing. Yeah, the guy, man, people are letting their hate show. I wish they would do it. It's crazy that I get called out for trying to spread love or awareness or something like that, or just give everybody a different attitude. Like it's okay to feel how you feel, right? But we gotta coexist. So feel how you feel, but keep that shit to yourself, bro. Why do you have to go so hard to express it? You're not gonna do anything about it. Just like his father isn't gonna do anything about the way he feels. He's just lashing out because he doesn't have his son anymore. He already felt like this. He was already racist. He didn't just formulate these thoughts before his son got killed. He didn't just start feeling, he didn't just all of a sudden have the idea I lost my damn words. He didn't have the idea to place black and watermelon in the same sentence today. That didn't happen at that interview he did with, oh my God, what is the name of this platform he did this interview on? And she's in the back laughing. Here it is. Jinxed sip interview.
A new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon?
He's hurt because his son is gone. What's y'all's excuse? Y'all didn't lose a son. What's y'all's excuse? Why y'all looking for every chat to go in and spam something racist or try to get a rise out of somebody? You paid attention to what's going on over here? This ain't no echo chamber, fool. Keep that racist shit the fuck out of here. Over here, we understand disagreeing. We know that everybody's different. Everybody comes from different backgrounds, has different thoughts, likes, dislikes, different points of views. Everybody's in different tax brackets, different races, different ethnicities. We understand that. You can express yourself, but bro, you got to do it respectfully. And when I said the other day, I said, oh, if you got the mind of a Neanderthal and a caveman and all you choose to come in and express hate, guess what? A motherfucker jumped right in front of it. Oh, why are you calling us cavemen? No, I'm calling people who are expressing hate cavemen. If you wear the shoe and you decided to put that on, is that how you feel about your ethnicity? Because you jumped in front of that and said, why are you calling all of us so-and-so cavemen? I wasn't calling no particular one. I'm talking about a mindset, a small-minded, slow-brain, slow-thinking, Neanderthal ability mind. That don't have a color on it, fool. That don't have an ethnicity to it. You put your race or your ethnicity in front of that and said, why are you calling all? No. I'm talking to the people that's operating like that. You have the mind of a Neanderthal. You are a Neander. That should be your last name. Whatever your first name is, the last name should be Neander. Eric Neander. Alan Neander. Rodney Leander. Evan Neander. Sarah Neander. Malik Neander. Whoever that is operating like that, fool. It ain't one race that's stupid. It ain't one race that got pieces of shit in it. Every last one of them got pieces of shit in it. Scumbags. Gum under the desk mind. Man, get
your ass off and try to tell people you paid to offer to pay for my boy's funeral? You couldn't even offer your hand.
I'm not racist. I'm a characterist. I'm a peopleist. I don't like none of you motherfuckers from the jump. Black, white, Spanish, Asian, green, purple. I don't like none of y'all from the beginning. Fuck everybody equally. Until you show me that you all right, it's fuck you. I don't care about your color. It's either fuck you or I love you from the beginning. I don't care about your color. You got to show me that I have to say fuck you or I love you. Our first interaction is going to determine what side of how I deal with you from there on out. Our first interaction. That's it. Nurse Lady T says, y'all really doing the most. So while you're in here, like the live, subscribe, and share. Let's go. And that comes from a $4.99 super chat from Nurse Lady T. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I appreciate you, Nurse Lady T. Much gratitude. Let's keep going, guys. All right, what we're going to do, though, y'all know what we like to do here. We get them going. Then we hit them with one of these.
You lose.
Thank y'all. Or y'all thought y'all was just gonna come in here and just keep being racist and getting off and, hey, shut up, hey, race. Nope. Get up out of here with all that hatred, bro. We're not doing that. I'm sorry to everybody who was commenting positive comments and stuff like that. I had to go ahead and put it on the subs only because I know the haters ain't going to stay around. I know you're only here to hate because it's free and you think you can get away with it. I know. Trust me, I know. Sorry to everybody who is in support of what we do over here on the RUMORNATI Network, man. Give me a second. This is what we got to do. Trump card the haters real quick. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta go ahead and do it, bro. That's how we shut them down real quick. Now let's get back to it before we get up out of here. We're gonna keep going, bro.
And did for a handshake. You're a grifting piece of shit. Your character says it all. I don't have to say a damn word. Your actions speak for themselves. You and your little faggot bow tie? What the hell is
don't
that?
Don't say that, bro. Come on with the F word. Whoa, buddy.
Dude, maybe you...
I thought so. He's not only a possible racist.
Maybe you and Chris King are butt buddies. Like y'all swap ties and shit. I don't know. He lives in Washington and he's lived here in Plano. He thinks he's some intelligent dude. Really? A 1989 Saab. Oh, I'm fucking impressed. Ooh. Look at me. I talk to my shit all day long. You put it on people so they can see me. I think you have some serious insecurities, bro. I'm a lawyer. Who gives a fuck? You're not a very good one. Oh, I've done this. I've done that. You have to brag on yourself? You have to blow your own fucking horn? Really? You're not a man, dude. You just want attention. Maybe your parents didn't give you love when you were little. I don't know. I don't know why, the way you are, why. I can't explain it. And you know why? I don't give a shit. You're nothing to me. But yet, where'd you come up with the word? Metcalf'S. I live in your head every day because you talk about me every day. Dude, thank you. I'm so
What happened, Gio? What'd I do? I might have missed it.
flattered that you think about me. But I'm not your type. Sorry. I figure in a couple months you'll move on to the next hot topic. Or you'll have some legal crusade you can join maybe. Or lead possibly in your 89 Saab. And the only thing about you is I like your dog. That's about it. In your house? Dude, I'm not one to judge. But you don't live in some sprawling mansion. Really? Clean your house. You look like a fucking hoarder. Better yet, why don't you have Tiffany move in and y'all could live together and do a podcast? That would be fun. Stay out of my life. I'm not inviting you in. Go find somebody, go kick rocks in somebody else's backyard. You won't be kicking rocks, I promise. To all the people that still want to come fuck with me, go ahead. I'm here. Guess what? I've taken every single blow you have given. And guess what? I'm still standing. I'm still here. All you irrelevant pieces of shit are going to dissipate. Like a piece of shit in my toilet. When I flush it, it just goes away. It's the same way, dude. You're all going to go away. Because guess what? Guess what? You can't make no more money. He's guilty. No more TikToks and debating. Oh my God, Mr. Metcalf is this. He did this. Oh my God, look, Karmelo's a little baby. He's innocent. No, he's fucking guilty. He's going to prison. Yay! Am I supposed to be excited? Guess what? I'm not. Because I don't promote and I don't accept. I feel sorry for that young man. He's fixing to live a living hell. Not that he doesn't deserve it. Yes, he does. But I'm human. And I'm sorry. I don't wish harm or ill will on anyone. It's not the Christian thing to do, man. It's not the way I was raised. It's not what I was taught. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I just know it is what it is. You be you, I'll be me. You stay in your lane, I stay in mine. I respect you, you respect me. we get along. We don't fight. We don't stab each other in the heart. If we have a disagreement, you know what? We can use words. And also, we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. But what's not okay is when you lose control and you do something that you can't take back. And now you're responsible.
I do not mess with this lady right here, man.
We cannot, because we have a young man's life that's at stake at this time. Now, I'm not finna get into retrying this case because that happened then.
Nah, I'm cool on you.
I knew you were hurt yesterday. I heard it in your voice, and I like to think I know you very well. And I've never heard you speechless. So yesterday, talking to me, you were speechless, and you just couldn't find the words. So I knew you were hurt.
I've been lying to that kid for a whole year straight, every day, sending him. When I saw all jewelry, I called that kid's dad, and I said, "You can't make me believe them people gonna be cold. You can't make me believe 12 people's hearts is all cold."
That's what it was for me. When I seen that there wasn't a black person on jewelry, I knew then what we would already be going through.
I didn't believe those white people would do that. Why? Because I believe God touches white people. I believe God touches white people's hearts. I thought white people had a connection with God, and some school teacher on the jury would know that this kid's past cannot even line up to what we see. But what I know people did, they wouldn't let the element of fear come into the trial. Why? They wouldn't let no children talk about how menacing Austin and Hunter was. These two children, they were boys like Akeem Vaughn at the schools. They was notorious bullies. That's why the kid never stood up to him. They was afraid of him. He stayed sitting down, a sign of submission and a sign of being subservient. He never stood up to the white man. He stayed sitting down in fear. See, them white boys had got suspended a week earlier. That's why the reports say Karmelo got suspended and he wasn't supposed to be under the tent. Karmelo's mom produced a picture in trial when Karmelo was up under the same tent with the same students just a week prior. You know why Austin and Metcalf wasn't in the picture? Because they were suspended. They were the ones suspended. So when they showed up, they saw a kid that they hadn't seen up under the tent. And they went to bullying. This wasn't about racism.
It was like fresh blood to them.
Man, he's a new black kid, for one. He's quiet, he stand out, and he's with another mixed black kid. A mulatto. They made the mulatto boy change his statement. So man, I'm putting up $75,000, man. Man, white people can't be that cold. I don't believe
and that's why I tell you, I know they are. Like, people don't believe, man, they own mom.
Track record of covering up the
how brutal they are.
White folks have a history and a track record of covering up the truth. We know that by historical accounts. Yeah. But I wouldn't believe, I couldn't believe, homie, that people. I used to.
Hold on, Mods. Last few minutes might get a little crazy. Just the last few minutes, guys. They might. I don't know. The numbers done broke up, so let's see. Excuse me, guys.
I have a saying. I used to make a joke. When I go outside and it's really cold, I said, it's colder than an all-white jewelry out here. And I heard him say one time, it got to be cold in them. All-white jewelry is heartless. And I said, nigga, heart. I said, this is what I told nigga. I said, it ain't a heart in a man or woman's body that God can't penetrate. And I'm starting to believe what Malcolm X used to preach, that white people are devils. Because devils,
they are.
Man, listen.
Just think about it, dog.
They got to be, homie. They got to be.
Every place they touch, they've been pillaged.
Man, they got to be devils, homie.
85% of whatever land they land on.
Yeah. Well, what compassion. That's why they seem to lack compassion. What people seem to lack real human compassion. That's why they have so much love for animals. What people have love for animals, they don't have love for humans. They tolerate humans, but they love dogs. What people won't let a black baby kiss it in the mouth, but they'll let a stray dog lick it. Yeah. So I'm starting to think people don't have a real human connection for them to sit and look at a kid who have no history. What they did was, I put my homeboy is the judge. The DA is my best friend. The victim's dad is my classmate, high school drinking buddy. This was a buddy system. Yeah. But just think about a good old buddy system. So Karmelo Anthony, this is a modern day Emmett Till kind of situation. Yeah. I bet you their families go back generations, not just these guys. They all went to the same church. They all went to the same church, including the Karmelo Anthony family. All of them used to go to the same church. This is why I don't go to white churches. This is why I won't never sit under pastor. Because white people only love God when it's convenient out of white guilt. Yeah. They vote with a heart. So let me just say this. That black kid, from every step of this whole process, saw faces like they used to do when he got in home. He never saw black faces. And I'm saying, God, but they were in the beginning. This is what they wouldn't let come out in court. Every police officer that was there to arrest that kid, every school teacher that was there, they cried with the Austin family, but they said just as equal tears for Karmelo because they know he a good kid. I mean, even the police was crying. The police was crying, talking to the daddy, and said, man, the police even told the daddy, get him a lawyer because this is the kid you fight for. They know, homie. But people white their allegiance to their color. Black people don't have an allegiance to color. Only people do. That's why color only matters to them, and no other group of people in the world worries about color but a pink-toed pecker. That's why when I get mad at people, I brag about the death I stood over and watched. I got that in my heart. So I don't ever have to go hateful. I got a recollection of what people look like when they die in fear too. And I stood over that man with no remorse, and we laughed at that cracker as he died. Later on that night, I had remorse for him because I never forgot the fear I seen in his eyes. Why people don't understand the number of blood spilled. That man seemed like a good man laying there dead. Because that's what I heard as a kid. The only kind of man is a dead man. That's the only kind of man. Say, listen, man, America watched a Chinese man and his son chase down a black baby. A black baby running, and the same kind of jewelry said not guilty. They didn't even deliberate that long. Man, listen, the trial went too quick. But let me just say this. I've been telling black people for a whole year about this trial. Black people are just now starting to post about it. That's how they got us. White people have been preparing for it since it happened. They already had the jury set up. They already had the judge set up. They already had it set up. We just now started to talk about it. But I've called every black media outlet and told them. I've been reaching out to every black media outlet to try to talk about the Karmelo kid. They ignored me.
You didn't reach out to the RUMORNATI network.
I reached out to every black celebrity. Kanye West, QCP. I reached out to every black celebrity. I reached out to every black celebrity that you can think of. None of them came to their aid. None of them. T.I., Boosie, none of them. But guess what? When I reached out to Vlad TV came to the black folks' aid. But you know what I said? I can't let Vlad have this one. I can't let Vlad have this one. No black no media, big banks, big fat, nobody would give aid to the family of my nigga. I beg these. Man, I got Corey Gamble's number. I got Kanye West. They all ignored this.
Now, this is what's going on, man. They done took Charleston White.
King Von at the schools because they was threatening his family. So he had to go back home and protect his family.
It's a scary looking picture of that judge, man. Well, it's been a rough week, guys. It's been a rough week. Thank you to the mods. There's been a lot of racial tension. You guys have been exercising a lot of maturity, a lot of patience, a lot of civility. I know some of that is per request, and I appreciate you all for putting up with a lot of these things that you probably wouldn't normally put up with or even engage in, even have the type of interest in. I appreciate y'all, man. This was a crazy week. It's been a hell of a week. This chat has been ridiculous. Actually, the past 2 weeks, this chat has been ridiculous, man. Wow. People have been rearing their ugly heads, man. You guys have been expressing your ugly. You guys have been undressing your ugly and showing it, man. Jesus Christ. Y'all are. The hatred is real in America amongst you. And y'all walk amongst each other and pretend like y'all are okay with each other all day long. That's what I don't get. Like, how are y'all so, how do you garner and harbor, how do you harbor so much hate, right? But still walk amongst these same people every day and pretend. How do you pretend? How do you put that veil over you to pretend like, oh, it's fine. Hi, Tyrone, or hi, Evan, whatever side of the coin you on. Because there's a lot of hatred. And it's not from one race. It's all sides. It's like, bro, how do y'all hide that every day? When y'all walk around with all that hate that you got held in your heart, just bottled up. You can't wait to find a forum or a chat room or a live stream with a chat open to let you just come out and be like, oh, nigger, oh, honky, oh, this, all these different things. Y'all just can't wait to throw them out there. Can't wait. Was looking for the opportunity. If y'all been waiting that long, if it's that close and if it's that close to the surface and that easy to come out, how do y'all not let it spew in your day-to-day when you're out here encountering different people? The same people that you don't like, how do y'all not let it spew in your daily? I just wonder. Because y'all motherfuckers be hating, bro. Y'all got some real hatred in y'all hearts. Malcolm X would be ashamed. What's all this being loud and belligerent shit y'all doing? Shut up. And I'm not a Muslim. But nonetheless, man, we're going to get out of here. I told y'all guys, as soon as the floodgates open, look at that chat. Look at it. Everybody trying to get a rise out of each other. And obviously there's somebody misunderstanding what I'm saying because they're taking it personal. We don't do that. I'm not even talking to you. I'm not even. Pay attention. Sometimes you got to slow down to catch up. You be so fast to respond, you might need to slow down so you can catch up. You can be ahead of the game and still be behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you done jumped the crowd. You're behind. That's how you end up falling behind. Slow down so you can catch up. All right? Anyway, we about to go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. We about to call it one. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Garcia says no Father's Day. Who? I mean, he still got one son. He still got one son. You hate niggas too, be honest. We don't give a damn about friendly Casper mentally. Mentally? Or were you trying to say mentality? Soul Sister Jackie Brown, were you trying to say mentality? And is that supposed to be a personal dig or attack? Yeah, I do hate hard ERs, Soul Sister. I do hate over the top, belligerent, irrational motherfuckers of any race. Or you're one of them people that think it's okay if it's black, you got their back. Like black can't be wrong too. Are you one of those, Soul Sister? Because if so, you part of the problem. Because there's low lifes and degenerates in every race. It's unacceptables and people who ain't gonna make it in every race. So and if you were trying to spell mentality, you definitely slipped up and did that wrong. So if that was a personal dig, I need you to slow down so you can catch up once again, because you're doing too much. And you a damn lie if we, generalizing, not me and you individually, but you a damn lie if you say we don't hate. Every race hates. Every race has ingrates and degenerates and low lives. You think other than that? If you think outside of that, if you think anything else, then if you think anything other than that, there are degenerates, ingrates, great minds, great accomplishers, If you don't think there's good and bad in every race, you're delusional. In my opinion, though, that's just my humble opinion. And I reserve the right to be wrong as a human. I may be wrong, but in my opinion, if you think all of one race, regardless of what ethnicity, one race or ethnicity, if you think all of one race or ethnicity is all good or all bad, you're delusional. I don't care what your skin tone is. That's just my humble opinion. But I respect the fact that everybody has their opinion. You know what I'm talking about? But we ain't gonna spend too much time on it, man. I said we was gonna do 2 hours. We are at 1:58, so by the time I say goodbye, we will be at 2, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. The most aggravating chat in the game, most appreciated chat in the world. I got to show y'all some love, man. Y'all are so aggravating. Y'all get on my nerves, bro.
It's so aggravating. Aggravating as hell, man.
Y'all so damn aggravating, but y'all are so appreciated, man. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. To the mods, to the people who aren't mods, to just the members, to the subscribers, and just the supporters that have been here all week trying to help keep the conversation civil, try to help keep the chat within the TOS on YouTube, and try to just make a platform where everybody can express themselves, but they have to do it respectfully, which don't have nothing to do with my personal views, Soul Sister. I understand why you may think whatever you think, but this ain't what you think. This is YouTube. You don't know me. I don't know you. But anyway, shout out to everybody, man. And I thank you guys. I thank y'all for rocking out, man. This will conclude us covering full until there are new major developments, right? This will be the last full Karmelo stream, guys. So if you were just here for that, if you only came for the hatred, if you only came to spew negative thoughts about the case and think that you're getting some kind of win, or you're gonna see us me mad, or you're gonna get a rise out of us or me, or whatever the case is, whatever side because you see, Soul Sister tried it. It ain't a race thing, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. People not paying attention. They be so ready to respond and, oh, look at it, jumping to conclusions. If you listen in its entirety. But anyway, unless there's any major developments, yeah, we'll touch on it. We'll keep up with it, but we ain't doing this no more, guys. We're going to get back to regularly scheduled program, which is hot topics, upcoming court cases. Of course, we're going to continue doing court cases, but we've stayed on this one beyond the case. We done with this now, guys. If some major developments come out, of course, we'll get to it, but we're going to throw it in the mix with everything else. When we do our one subject days or something like that, or we do our evening streams with one subject or something, yeah, we may come back to it, but no time soon. We need a break from this shit. I need a break. I'm tired of seeing the hate, bro. I'm tired of seeing the motherfucking hate, bro. Okay, hold on. There's some boo loving in the chat. Let's go. I see some love in the chat. That's what I want to see. Hey, hold on. Hold on. I want to see some love in the chat. Let's go. I see y'all. Let's go. Y'all funny, man. Listen, I hope everybody, even the people who hate my skin complexion, I still hope you have a good day, motherfucker, because you might have a bad day and decide to try to take it out on somebody that has my skin complexion. So I hope everybody in this motherfucker has a great day, including the people that, and if you my skin complexion, you have a bad day, don't take it out on them. Man, all of us have to learn to be more emotionally responsible. We have to learn to move with more class and be more dignified. Is there a time to turn up and tear shit up? Yeah, when it get to that. But as far as the day-to-day, come on, man, you get more with sugar than you do with shit. Malcolm X would be ashamed of some of you fools, the way y'all behaving, the way y'all carrying on. Did you see how much power that was when he had 100 men in suits walk, stand, and not move in the face of police officers, that the police had to come out and be like, okay, let's reason with these guys. No yelling, no nothing. One speaker, one man talking. Monotone voice, direct approach. Come on, man, clean y'all shit up. Clean that shit up. But thank y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Super duper salute to y'all. Everybody keep your energy up. I hope you go out there and accomplish more than you set out to accomplish. Hope y'all have a great day. Spread love. It's better than hate. You see what hate gets you, right? But we're going to go ahead and call it one, man. Like my bro said, I reserve the right to be wrong. That's only room for human error. I'll never set you out on purpose. I ain't going to tell you a lie. If I fuck up, I fuck up, right? And like I say, I identify as a multimillionaire in this world full of choices. You got people who want to be a cat, a dog, a man, a woman, and a Crayola crayon, and they weren't born any of those. And we have to put respect on their identities, right? So I choose to identify as a multimillionaire. If they got a bathroom, they got to give us a cash register. Other than that, this is the RUMORNATI Network. Y'all have a great day. We out of this motherfucker. Let's go.